on. Okay, so when we say rolling price prediction, we're taking the historical pricing, so the all-time pricing of each cryptocurrency, and right now it's using only price to predict the future price, right? And the future price is constantly rolling forward because so from today, it will try to predict the price for the next 30 days, then tomorrow, the next 30 days, then a week from now, the next 30 days, right? So with every new daily closing price, that gets added in the historical pricing, which updates the prediction, right? What exactly do I mean? So you can't just come here, look at the price and say, okay, in 30 days, Bitcoin is going to be at 17,600. Let me make my trade investment. Let me walk away, go on vacation for a month and come back and expect the price to be the same, right? Because this is a rolling prediction, meaning that 1 week later, we'll have 1 week worth of daily closed prices, right? Basically 1 week worth of new data that gets added into the historical pricing to then update the model for the next 30 days, right? So this should be used as a trend forecast, essentially, right? Not as something that's perfect, right? Think of this as just kind of telling you where the trend is going, right? So in this case, it's telling us that the trend for Bitcoin is basically going sideways for the next month or so, right? Unless something crazy happens, right? But the model, so this is actually very bullish for alts, right? Because it's not predicting Bitcoin crashing. Right now, it has Bitcoin at basically around 18K, going down as low as 17K. This to me is bullish. It's basically Bitcoin is going sideways. That means alts could possibly rally, right? That does not mean go out there and make a trade and not look back, right? If anything, we recommend looking at this a few times a week just to kind of see if there are any big changes in the predictions. But that's how these predictions should be used, right? All right, thank you, Sukraj. Appreciate it. I like the fact that it updates daily. I like tokenomics. Okay, I mean, so in terms of the accuracy, if anything, I would look at the accuracy more as a daily accuracy, right? Because it's updating the rating for future days. Those aren't really the accuracy, right? So if anything, think of it as the daily accuracy, right? So if anything, maybe we make this daily accuracy to make it easier for people, but that's how the price predictions work. All right. So tell us. Sorry, I'm just trying to go through all the comments here. Okay, but hopefully that makes sense, right? So tell us what you think about the price predictions. We're always open to feedback and input. Bill, do you have any comments in terms of the price predictions, how you use them?
Yes. Let me help our audience out here. Okay. So this is TradingView, right? And this is the indicator and strategy section. And look at this unbelievable list of things that you could look at to predict price. Okay. It's ridiculous. Now, part of my job is to figure out which one of those to use. One of the benefits of token metrics is that our technology helps you narrow it down. We have quant grades, we have portfolios, and we have price prediction. Now, so instead of 100, we give you 3 or 4 that take into account all these things, but you still have to sort through them. They're designed to add to your thought process, not replace your thought process. Now, on this idea that the model has not been helpful for Bitcoin, that brings us to what is my job at Token Metrics. So if technology is telling us something, okay, and it's not working, like an indicator working is obvious, it's working, great. But if it's consistently not working, why is it not working? That's the question, right? Now, the reason it might not be working is because it's working off the past. And now in the present, we've got a CEO of a technology company aping into Bitcoin at 20K, and he's already got 40,000. And he's got tons of friends coming with him. That's a whole new development, right? So yes, sometimes you're going to have to pick which indicators to use, which indices to use, which charts to then turn around and look at. But again, if you look at token metrics, we're taking, dozens and dozens of data points, and that's going to go to hundreds and hundreds in the future. And we're narrowing it down to 3 to 4 things and a couple guys in a private Telegram group. Okay. So yes, it doesn't always work, but nothing in TA works all the time. And I can just tell you as a human analyst, in crypto, I will be changing the indicators that I'm looking at in a volatile market on a week-to-week basis. Sometimes it'll be 2 to 3 days at a time before I'll have to switch back and forth depending on the volatility, right? And obviously, I'm not going to be right all the time. And the same would go for a computer. The computer's accuracy is better, okay? But the best combination is token metrics and your thought process matters.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. All right. Well, thank you, everybody. Quick question here, Fast Entrepreneur on Twitter. So what does the predicted points in the past mean? The dots that you show. Okay. Good question. So that pretty much is the past prediction, right? So I would say it's the most recent prediction, which is typically the last day prediction, right? So that's why it's better to kind of think of this as daily predictions, right? Because the prediction is always being updated until there's a final closing price, right? So for example, if you have this prediction here, right, this is always being updated up until, right? Because as we get closer, we're getting all this new data, right? So imagine now we have 29 days worth of new data that gets updated into the price prediction to then predict the next price, right? So if anything, think of these as daily price predictions, right? I'll definitely talk to the team to see if we can make this even more kind of obvious with the terminology, right? But basically, for example, like the price for tomorrow, right? So the prediction, right? This prediction is basically locked, right? And then we'll see what happens, right? But that's how that works. So thank you for the question.